Ma. Ma. Hello, everyone. People. Hi. What's up, guys? Buys? Starring Today Strong. Can you tell what mood I'm in? Not mood, but can you tell how I usually am? Even more extreme. But today I'm tired. Today's a tired that I can't even describe. I can't even begin to describe. I'm not. I woke up just now tired. Nor am I could fall asleep right now tired. I'm like in like an hour maybe I'll fall asleep. That's where I am right now. But I probably won't. Trust. It'll probably be fine. How's everybody doing? Welcome or hello. I'm so tired. For one very specific reason. I don't know what causes this. Or what. I don't know if I have like a trigger for this. Or if I just constantly have them. Yo. The amount of nightmares that I have. I feel like the amount of nightmares that I've been having within the past, like, I don't know, I'd say like 2 to 3 months has been more than like, I'd say if you took the last 6 months before that. I don't know what's happening, but like, so many nightmares where I'm just like, it's either I have a nightmare, right? And then I open my eyes to realize, oh, it was a dream. You know, and one of two things happen. Or both things happen. So one is I wake up from the nightmare and I'm like, I'm too scared to go back to sleep. So I'm just gonna vibe out for a little bit. I'm just gonna, I don't know, stare outside my window. Or like pick up my guitar or something. And then I'll be like, oh, and then if I fall back asleep, I fall back asleep. But if I don't, you know, that's my sleep for today. I either do that or I pick up my phone, right? And I immediately go to my dream notepad. I can't believe I'm still getting mileage out of this thing. Even when did I start typing on this thing? Like a year ago? I'd say I started keeping track of my dreams a year ago. I can't believe I'm still getting mileage out of it. It's kind of crazy. I want to get like a log. I want to get like a log for like when I wrote these down, because I didn't write down the dates of any of these dreams. I also like how the descriptions for each dream just kept getting longer and longer. Some of these they're like a short story. Yeah, I don't know what's been happening with me recently. I woke up and I was like, oh man, that dream really fucked me up, because it activated one of my instinctual cardinal like instincts, fears, which is being chased. I don't like being chased. I feel like a lot of people don't like that. But me, I like, you know, the knowing and then the realizing and then and then the what is it? The inevitableness of it is what's scary to me. You know what I mean? Like, oh, is someone behind me? You look behind you. Oh, there's something behind me. And if you're in like a horror situation where you're actually being chased, oh, is there something behind me? Oh, there is something behind me. Oh, it's chasing me. Oh, I can't outrun it. Oh, something's gonna happen. I don't. Am I gonna die? You know, very much like that. It sucks. That shit is so ass. And that happened last night. I had a dream last night that had a chasing thing in it. It was a lot more than a chasing thing. It was a whole ass. There was so much in the dream. I was like in a. It was like a Left 4 Dead like party. I was in like a Left 4 Dead like group of people. But instead of us being like stranded in like a countryside full of zombies, we were like sent out to like these different places, like undercover, I assume. And we had to like do something and then get out. And then we were sent on one mission. That mission went fine, but then we were sent on the second mission, which went really bad. Like, it was like the place that I had gone to like stay at, you know, like a hotel or something. Like, they had like big community. It was like a big communal thing where, like, you know, everybody. For the time that I stayed there, the short time I stayed there, people got to know me and they wanted to get to know me better. But I was like, no, I didn't want to. I didn't want to get to know them, so I was quick about it, and they didn't like that. So a guy ended up not liking me. And then right before we left, he was like, I was actually on my guitar, right? And I was playing my guitar, and I was like, something's wrong with my guitar. I looked down, and was like, oh, one of my strings is snapped. Uh-oh, that's not good. Gotta replace it. But then the guy, he takes my guitar, and he's like, I'll give you this bass guitar. And a free like, it was the weirdest thing. You get a free. You'll get to be in the next Rock Band game. That's what he said, and I was like, "What? Like, no, just give me back my guitar, man. I'll fix this, and I don't need to be in the next Rock Band game." And he didn't like that, so he ended up like chasing us out of the city. And he also had ties to like the mob there, whatever the mob would have been there, whether it be the mafia. Oh, it's like a group of like Peaky Blinders. Oh my god, I'm yawning like crazy. Yeah, but like that group. So I was just being chased by those guys, and it was sad because we were already planning to leave that day, and if we wanted to leave, we had to get to a certain area, and then we had to like press a button on like this generator to like bring like an aircraft down. Oh, it was so weird. We were bringing the thing. The aircraft was coming down because I was because you had to hold the button instead of pushing it, instead of just pressing the button for it to be ready. You have to hold down on it until it's like, okay, you're good. And then as soon as I was holding it down, ready to leave, like the guy, he came out of like the corn maze. We were in the middle of like a corn maze, and then he started like, he had a knife, and and then one of my group like jumped on him trying to stop him, and then he started stabbing them, and I was like, oh no. And I helped them, and then we went to the aircraft, and then we ran, but then we got chased by another aircraft. There's like this whole other part of the dream too, where it was like people were getting corrupted and stuff by like, but I don't know what, but like people had started like, it was like a symbiote. It was like the Venom symbiote. It was like black veins started to like spread across their body. and it was really rough. One of our peeps got infected with it, and we had to kill them. And then there was this kid. There was like this kid that was there that had gotten close with the group ever since they popped up into the city for the mission. But then like the kid decided not to go with us, and it turns out after he killed the guy, he didn't like us anymore, so he tried to kill us too. So when we left in the aircraft, right? After we held down the button after my teammate got stabbed a bunch, when we were leaving, we ended up actually getting chased again by the kid in like a helicopter. And then we were getting chased around for a little bit until we entered a factory, which we started swerving through. And then the kid had to start swerving through that. That was where the dream ended. Oh, brother. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? The thing about last night, right? And that whole dream, and the thing that kind of ticks me off about last night is that I stayed up later than my body wanted to just so I could sleep well tonight. Because yesterday I was doing my laundry. I was doing my laundry yesterday, and while I was doing it, right? While I was doing my laundry, I was really tired, and I was like, I'm probably gonna fall asleep. Like, it's gonna happen. But I was like, no, I need to stay up and do my laundry. And I ended up doing that. I ended up staying up doing my laundry, and I actually ended up staying a bit longer than like after I did my laundry, because I was like, because I was honestly, instincts took over, and I was like, oh, guitar, all right, I gotta do my Shadowverse stuff. Yeah, I'll do that. And I ended up sleeping at like 11 or 12, and I'm like, oh my God, I have sleep. I'm gonna get some good sleep. I was like actually tired, and now and now I'll actually like fall asleep for a adequate amount of time and wake up, and it'll feel like I had some actual like REM sleep. You know what I mean? But then like the nightmare happened, and I was like, this, god damn it. It's the first time I've been inconvenienced by a nightmare. Is one thing I should clarify. I don't mind having nightmares, even though they are like they're nightmares. Nightmares aren't like a I feel like I don't mind. I feel like saying you don't mind having a nightmare is so weird, just because they're catered for you. Your mind gives you the things to visualize to scare you the most. Like, I don't mind them. I don't mind having a nightmare. It's just the fact that I don't want to lose sleep over them. It's dumb. Just let me like REM sleep, please. Like, actually like sit down and rest, and then wake up in the morning, crack my shoulders, my elbows, maybe my back or my neck, my wrist. And like I could go on with the rest of my, oh my God, I'm actually so tired. It's crazy. It might happen again today. It might actually happen again today. We might do the thing again. It's as soon as I hit the start stream button, it was you're tired. It's happening. It's happening. That's really annoying. It is. Whenever this happens, it's really annoying, just because I set my schedule up for this kind of stuff. Or not, well, I don't. But like, this is like the one thing that's like consistent throughout my day or my week, really. And it's the one thing where I'm just like, I don't feel like doing it sometimes, and that sucks, because I want to do it. Not this time though. No. Seriously though, I think I'm gonna do the thing today again too. Unfortunately, That does make me sad. I really want to, because here's the thing. Today is going to be a pretty long stream, I assume. Because I'm pretty sure today's going to be the last Kingdom Hearts stream. I'm pretty sure we're finishing up Birth by Sleep today. So, like, I want to be, like, in there. I want to be, like, into it today, you know? Like, I want to... I want to... You know what I mean. Seriously though, it's annoying. Okay. But yeah. Yeah, we're gonna do a thing today. But I still gotta keep talking for another, what, 40 minutes? I got topics. I mean, it's been a weekend. Right? Weekends are the easiest to talk about. Usually Tuesday streams are the easiest to talk about just because there's an extra day in between the 2 days where something could have happened. And even then, right? In between stream days, I'm usually exhausted. Exhausted from, depending on how long the stream is, and also like if I do anything else that day. I don't know what's happening with me recently, but I tried recording yesterday, or just recently in general. I say within like the past like not 4, but like for the past like 2 months, right? Recording and doing like any audio stuff, like singing, is so difficult for me recently. I don't know what's happening. Like, I feel like I run a marathon whenever I sit down and record like 1/3 of a song. And like then there's a part where it becomes like, you know, you get so tired where you don't know if you could like keep making this like something at a certain quality. And that's what makes it like annoying, you know? Like I'd start recording and I'd be like, okay, I got through like the first verse, right? But then I'd start feeling like tired and I'm like, uh-oh. What's happening to me? Oh, I think a mosquito bit my foot. I think that's what it is. My feet have been itching recently and I don't know why. I'm like, I don't like do... I mean, at first I was like, is my feet starting to get like sensitive to my allergies now? My feet have never really cared. They're feet. They're always exposed to that kind of stuff. The bad stuff compared to the rest of my body. So like, why are they doing this now? But I think I'm now just realizing that I got bit by a mosquito. Oh, mosquitoes. There was a giant ass mosquito in our house like a couple days ago, and I thought it was a fly. So I didn't really care about it until I looked really close at it and saw that it was linear. That guy was a line, built like a stick. No muscles. Bro, get yourself a protein shake, man. But no, seriously, I don't know. Well, yeah. Oh, I did know. And then I swatted it away. I tried to get it out the house, but that guy just disappeared. So he might still be in the house. Maybe he was the one that bit me. Well, she. All the mosquitoes that bite you are female. If you don't know. Hello. Hello, Cooper. What's up? How you doing? You're just gonna do a little bit of talking before I fall asleep in like 40 minutes. Actually, I'm probably, you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna talk and then I'm gonna be like, all right guys, I'm tired, I'm gonna go to sleep, and then and the plan is I end the stream in 40 minutes just so I can fall asleep and then come back later to stream the rest of the stream, which is just playing the game. But I gotta cook rice, so I'm gonna cook rice after stream probably. But yeah, I hate getting bit by mosquitoes. Just cause it's annoying. Having itchy bumps on your skin is annoying. I gotta go on like an almost. Ah, I see. It lines up perfectly. Now listen to me yap. But yeah, fucking, I hate mosquitoes. Bugs in general. I think I've talked about this already, but like my brother has had like this giant, like, not giant, but like this is a bit that he's been doing recently where it's like, yo, flies fucking like lay their eggs on everything. You can't leave any food out for any of them, which is true. I do know this from experience. Flies will lay eggs on fucking anything if you let them. If you leave out like a piece of like warm food for a little bit, they'll fucking jump on the opportunity for that. It's really gross. And I say I know that from experience because I fucked up at one point. I left a piece of meat, like raw meat, outside when I was much younger, and I fell asleep. So I left it outside, and then my brother found it, and he was just like, "It was so much. It was horrid. It was a scene." I was much younger when that happened. My parents. I did that when my parents was like, "Hey, Hase, can you take out a piece of meat from the freezer?" And I'm like, or they said take it outside because they're foreigners, foreigners, immigrants. That's the right word. So English is neither of their first languages, and they were much worse at English in the past. And I didn't know their native language that well. So when they said, "Hey Hase, can you take the meat outside?" I'm like, "Okay." And I took it outside. Like in the sun. Outside in our backyard in the sun. Uncovered, plastic bag, frozen meat on the railing. I always think about that moment, and I was like, "Oh man, how dumb was I?" But then I'm also like, I don't really blame myself. I was a young kid. Can you blame me for that? I don't think you can. But at the same time, younger me should have been smarter. But yeah, seriously. Flies, gross. Mosquitoes, I hate them. I thought my room was well insulated. My room has never felt more like a closet than it has today. Mainly because I woke up this morning, right? And because it's 0 Celsius over there. Ooh. It's 0 Celsius. Oh, right. It's winter for you. I forgot about that. It's been really hot recently, actually, where I am. Well, I didn't talk about the weather last week. Last week it was super hot. It reached 100 Fahrenheit. It reached 100 Fahrenheit last week, but recently it's only been at like 90, 95 Fahrenheit. Not even 95, just 90 to 85. Which isn't bad. It's pretty standard, like summer heat. My parents want to go to the boardwalk at some point in the next week. So it'll be perfect. Perfect weather. Just so I don't... We're not going to go swimming or anything. We're just going to walk the shore. But yeah, not too hot. It is an experience though. It is an experience walking, like, cause I put in my AC, right? And I don't turn it on like all the time, but I do turn it on when I sleep. I do keep it on when I sleep, which I don't think you're supposed to do. Actually, there's not a, I don't want to call it funny, cause it's about someone dying. pretty interesting like tidbit that I got from because my uncle that I didn't know that well, on my dad's side, I'm pretty sure he like passed away due to something like that, due to with the AC and some kind of medication that he was taking. And if there was ever like a thing to be like, don't do it, like someone dying is kind of up there. I can't believe I almost called that funny. I didn't know him that well, but you know, he was my uncle. But yeah, there's not a more jarring experience than coming out of an AC'd room and then walking into the bathroom and feeling the open hot air blowing into the bathroom from the open window. It's kind of jarring. You feel air and you're like, it's supposed to be cold. I thought the air was supposed to feel like refreshing. Nah, it's pure heat. Why is the air hot? those oxygen molecules are fucking going crazy. Energized. Seriously. The thing is though, I don't really I got pointed this got pointed out to me a lot within the past like 2 weeks or so, cuz despite the fact that despite the fact that it's summer and that it's hot and then I've acknowledged that it's very hot. And also I don't wear or I don't turn on my AC that much. I still wear hoodies sometimes. I still wear hoodies. Not even like when my AC's on, which is kind of counterintuitive. If you need to wear a hoodie if your AC's on, then don't wear the hoodie. Or don't turn on the AC, I mean. But like even with the AC off and it's been a while and my room is like quote unquote warm, I still wear a hoodie. I think I'm realizing that like I'm like I think I'm a nervous like sweater cuz I sweat and everybody sweats in the sun, right? Unless you have some weird disease where you can't sweat and then all your body does is soak up the heat and then you have a heat stroke. Unless you got that. But everybody sweats in the sun. But like then there are people that sweat in like just normal like heat and not in the sun, like in their house. I generally don't do that. It usually doesn't happen to me. Or maybe it's because my tolerance for heat is different for everyone else. But like does that make sense? I thought all body feels the same heat. The same. Does that make sense? Like if it's like say it is 100 degrees Fahrenheit outside, right? Or outside, right? And inside it's like, I don't know, I'd say like 80 80 degrees, 85 degrees Fahrenheit, right? And like that doesn't feel like 60 to someone else, right? That's just 85. I guess people sweat at different, I guess that's what makes sense. People sweat at different parts, at different temps. Only thing that makes sense to me that you could explain that with. But yeah, it's hot. Happy summer. Happy July, actually. It's July now. I completely forgot. Nana Gatsu. Shigatsu. Not Nanagatsu. Damn. No one says Nana anymore. But yeah, July means really hot part of summer. And also a lot of holidays, at least here in America. Most prominent one will always be 4th of July, Independence Day, where all the fireworks will go off. And my dogs will be scared, and I have to constantly worry about them peeing in the house. I don't know what's up with my dogs recently. Specifically the older one. The older dog has been like, there is something that he's been scared of recently, and nobody in my family has been able to identify it. But every time I walk outside my room and I like go downstairs in order to like eat or or like do some chores or like, you know, chill out, he's always shaking about something. I'm like, dude, chill out. I might turn into ice. Oh man, August is gonna be worse. I hope not. August is about to come around and is gonna be like, hey, here's have a record breaking like temperature for today, and then for the whole week it'll just be the highest recorded temperature within the last month for the whole week. And I'm like, whoa, no, that's what I'm scared of. What's the worst month in the US? What is the worst month in the US in terms of temperature? Honestly, when it comes to heat, the heat I always attribute with July. July is always the hottest month. It's like, maybe it's because it starts in July. I mean, it might peak over into August when it's like super hot. The thing is, right, I like the cold. I don't mind the cold at all. So like December, January, February, March, November, all of those months are kind of fine. And then I don't think there's anybody that hates spring or fall. The spring or fall months. So like summer is always going to be the most uncomfortable like season. And also the most expensive, because goddamn, some of these bills recently have been crazy. And usually starts in June. Prime perp is July, and then August will be right there up there with them. And then September will come around, and then it'll all be nice and fruity. Summer is nice though, because I mean, a lot of things are pretty in summer. You gotta admit, there's nothing better well, damn, I was gonna say there's nothing better than like looking out at a clear sky with just like little to no clouds and just the sun. But I've also gone on record to say that I really like thunderstorms, which is also very prevalent and happens a lot in summer. But you know, I think in terms of like pretty seasons, like summer's up there. The ugliest season is autumn. Spring is my favorite because it's the prettiest. That's how nearly died. Yeah, the heat will do things to you. It'll do things to you, man. Despite the fact that, well, spring isn't my favorite because it's the prettiest. It's just because it's the best conditions for everything. Because it's the perfect balance of it can be pretty and also feel good. And it's like cool, not blazing hot. Summer comes with a lot of gripes. It is one extreme, and this happened recently. Like, one of my biggest problems with summer is the bugs. It's like there's a lot of bugs. Not only like, I don't mind bugs. Like, most bugs aren't gross to me. Like, I could deal with like a millipede, not the poisonous ones, or like a spider. You know, like I could deal with bugs. Like, I don't mind bugs. It's when bugs start acting as nuisances is when I'm like, dude, please stop. Like, this happened yesterday, and I'll never forget this because it was so, in the moment, it was so jarring when it happened. I was taking my dogs outside, and I walked outside with them, and I was like, And I was like, you know what? Because we have a swing set. We have a swing set in our backyard, like in the middle of our little field. And I'm like, I'm just gonna swing on the swing. I swung for like 5 minutes, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go back inside, ready to take my dogs back in. And as soon as I was walking back into the as soon as I was walking back into the house, right? Like we have I don't I don't know what the tendencies of flies are, but like a lot of flies were just hanging like under our light, our even though our light fixture wasn't on. They were just hanging under the light in the shade, right? And as soon as I like walked past it or like under it, like a fucking fly was just like, yo, let me be in your face. And I'm like, oh fuck. And then like it got into my face, and I'm like, Jesus. And then you know what it did? It tried to go into my nose. It was the worst. Like it like I was walking, I walked past it, the fly is just like, yo, and is like, oh shit. And he fucking like, let me go here, and it's like my nose, my nostril. And I'm like, ah. It was immediately like as soon as he like hit my face and like tried to go somewhere, like you feel him buzzing, and then you like it's enhanced even more as soon as he gets into your nose and is like, ah. I immediately like snorted after, like snorted out like pig. I was just like, ah. It was extremely weird. It's so funny just because of like what the fuck was he thinking? Like I'm chilling, I'm like not hanging out, but well, yes, hanging out with my dogs. They do it for in my nose. It is the most like, it is the Sahara Desert up there. I don't hydrate enough for me to make enough stuff. I was the most like, ah. I guess it's because my mouth wasn't open as well, and I have glasses on. But it was the most, seriously, I was it was jarring. It was so jarring when that happened. Once I had ha. That shit happens there, really. It was so like, I don't know. Like I've had my fair share of like bug incidents, right? But that one, because it just happened, it's so clear in my mind. And that's the only time it's ever happened here, or for me. I was just like, oh god, gross. Please, don't ever do that again. But yeah, nothing else with bugs have happened this summer yet. Though I will say, I woke up this morning. I didn't even say this. I woke up this morning and I saw like a beetle in my room, and I'm like, well, my room isn't insulated well enough. It probably came in through one of the openings on my AC, unfortunately, even though I sealed that shit up tight. So yeah, I took that bug and I threw him outside. And then I came back into my room and I just see like a spider like crawling down from my my ceiling fan, and I'm like, where'd you come from? And then he's somewhere. He just went somewhere. I don't really care. He was too small for me to really be like, I gotta get you out of here. He'll be like he's too small for me to be like, no, I don't need you in here. Like, and if he does get big, then he can like stay in the corner and like kill all the other bugs that show up in my room. So it's just like, you know, cohabitation. But yeah, what spider? It was small. It was really small. I couldn't even tell. It was basically a baby. I think it was a baby actually. Yeah, it was like transparent, small transparent. Freshly hatched from somewhere. Couldn't tell you. But yeah. A summer. Fresh, yeah. Fresh spider. But yeah, summer's okay. It's like it's probably my least favorite of actually no. I think autumn is still my least favorite um season just cuz I don't like the transition from hot to cold. It's too much. I like cold to hot. And spring is like and even then autumn gets like weirdly too cold. But I don't really do a lot of things in summer. I don't like do a lot of summer stuff. I don't know what would we count as summer stuff like the beach. I don't go to the beach that much, not anymore. I don't like I don't play sports. I don't what else is there to do in the summer? Like water parks either, like amusement parks. Don't do any of that anymore. My parents, we used to have a membership to an amusement park like a long time ago, but even then like I wasn't a big like roller coaster guy. I want to be better at roller coasters. I really do cuz I find them so interesting that people that we go on these rides and people design these rides and like it's like it's thrilling. Like people like it and I'm like I want to understand that, but I don't. Not that I don't. I do understand it, but it's just like my instincts don't understand it. I I think I've talked about this before, but the last time I've been on like a quote unquote roller coaster, right? Or like an amusement park, right? Was I don't know what it's called, but you know the ship the ship the ship the ship ride where it's like a pirate ship and it's going like back and forth. It goes one direction, then it goes the other direction, and then it just swings back and forth until it goes like really high. No, but it doesn't spin. It doesn't spin in a circle. It just goes really high. That. That was one of the last roller coasters I went on. I say roller coasters. It's an amusement park ride, and it's not even a roller coaster. There's no tracks. It's just a swinging ship. I went on that, and I'll tell you what, man. I could not deal with it. I don't know what was wrong with me. Like I really wanted to be like, cause we wanted to do this thing. Me and the boys when we went there, we were like, whenever we were on the high part, cause we were all on one side of the ship when and we were and they were like, oh, when we're the ones that have to swing high, right, we're gonna say something, right? And I'm like, okay, fine, yeah, let's say it, whatever. We're here to have fun, why not? But like it started like at first we were like, it was small. You've never been on like anything like that. It's kind of a wild ride, especially as like a first. Let me see if I can show a picture of it actually. Swinging ship ride. Here it is. Pirate ship. Oh, it's just called pirate ship. Yes, this is a variation of it. I don't know if I can find the actual one. Going onto a roller coaster for the first time is really jarring. I went on a roller coaster for the first time like when I was probably in like middle school. And I'll tell you what, every ride I went on, the only reason why I went on the ride was because I was forced to. It's because when I was much younger and by turn everyone else is much younger. My aunt, not no, she wasn't my aunt, she was my cousin. My cousin, when she took us there, me and my other cousin, her little sister, they both wanted to go on the rides, but but nobody was gonna be able to watch me, like, as I just sat there and didn't want to go on the rides. So they were like, "I'll say you have to get on the rides," and I'm like, "Do I have to?" And they were like, "Yes." And I'm like, "Fine." I did. I ended up going on multiple rides with them. I'll tell you what. Watermelon festival. Wow, watermelon festival. Such a thing exists. Hold up, I gotta find. Ah, I put it here. Alright, give me 1 second. I'll find it, just so I can better simulate this. Where is it? There it is. This one. This image is the closest I'm gonna get. So the ship, it went up, and then it like swung back and came and then it just kept doing that. It just kept doing this. So say I'm on this side, right? So it swings up here. We don't say anything yet, and then it swings up here. And then me and the boys, we say the thing. However, whenever that happened, there was like this immediate, not immediate, but like this like very strong sense of like, oh fuck, something's gonna happen. Like when you're on a ride like this, the first thing you're gonna feel is your stomach. And you're not gonna get sick or anything. You're gonna feel it lift up, and there's gonna be a tingling feeling in there, like in your stomach. That feeling sucks. I'll be frank, that feeling sucks. But also, on top of that sucks is the feeling of your body losing grip of the ride. That's why roller coasters and like the and rides like this have like the seat, or like the handles and stuff like that. It's so you don't fly out. It's so like when this eventually comes back down, right? You don't just stay up here. You don't you know. But yeah, you'll feel those two things, and then that'll connect with like the sense of like, oh fuck, I'm gonna fall out, and then then it's gonna be a whole mess of like I'm gonna die feelings. I don't mind roller coasters. It tempts my stomach. No, you don't feel stomach acid unless you're gonna throw up, which is totally possible on rides like this. But I'd say if you feel like that, you shouldn't go on the ride. I assume you'd feel that before you went on the ride, and I'd advise you shouldn't. But no, no stomach acid. You just feel your stomach, like you feel like your stomach and like the organs in like that general area, like you're like down there. Like you feel them move up, like you'll feel them shift up, and you get this chill. Unless you use the 8th sense. Yes. It's scary. It's scary. When the 8th sense. Maybe 30. Yeah. Scary, but a good time. The ship. Scary, but a good time. The ship. Other than that, I mean, what other rides have I gone on? I don't count. You know what I don't count? I don't count like water rides. Like if you go to a water park, I don't count those cuz those are fine. So like, those rides that use like the tubes that go down the yeah, the rides that use the inflatable tubes, and then they go down the the plastic pipes. That I don't count those. Those aren't scary. I like those. I like going on those. Though I'd say the last time I went on one was last time I went on those was not a while ago. It was probably like 2 or 3 years ago. And I don't know if the water park really appreciated me cursing as soon as we entered the ride because there were a lot of kids there. I didn't think about it at the time, but like after the ride was over, I stood up, I walked out the water, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't have said that. A lot of kids there, plenty of kids. Also, Hollow sandals. Hollow, one of the boys, Hollow sandals got like jacked at that place too. It was really funny. Someone stole his sandals, and it was the most jarring thing. What else? Oh yeah, cause on the same day we went on the ship, right? We had also gone on the we'd also gone on a water ride. It was a water park too. And the ride that we had gone, and it was like you know those, did you say sandals? Yeah. Flip flops, sandals, or chanclas, if you will. Yeah, we went on a log ride. You know the rides where it's like a log and water. Say thongs. What? Thongs are like a completely different thing. Whoa. Jesus. I searched up thong just to confirm what I was thinking, and it was just a bunch of women's butts that came up. So many butts on my screen. It was actually kind of crazy how many butts came up on stream on my screen. Thank God they didn't come up on stream, because it was just butts. Oh my God, there were so many of them. That's funny. Oi, Mike, could you pass me a pair of the thongs? That's funny. Yeah, the thing is, I haven't gone to like an amusement park in so long. I'd want to ride a roller coaster. I don't know how I would take it though. You know the Wheel of Fire? There's a ride called the Wheel of Fire, I think. Wheel of Fire ride. Fireball. Is that what it's called? Fireball? Ring of Fire. Ring of Fire is what it's called. Yeah, there's a ride called Ring of Fire, and it's just a roller coaster, but it's a small roller coaster, and it only goes in a circle. Wow. That's so funny. Why? Who knows? Yes, they're called thongs because the strap that holds them down in one piece across the toe and anchored. You guys call it a thong because it looks like a thong? What happens if you have to tell the difference between a thong and a thong? A thong and a pair of thongs. Oi, can you pass me the pair of thongs? The what? You know, the things that go in between between your meat. Oh, and then you throw him a piece of underwear. That's good. That's a good joke. Good job, me. Oh my god, it's 1 o'clock already. I can't believe I spent all this time talking about fucking roller coasters, man. There's so many other things that I want to talk about. Like how my mom called me a bitch this week, over the weekend. And my voice. That's what I wanted to talk about. Those are 2 things that I was like, if I don't have anything to talk about, then I'll just talk about those. But here I am. Alright, gamers. It's 1 o'clock, which means the thing will be initiated now, because I sure as hell know that if I start playing Kingdom Hearts right now, I will actually pass out. So the thing, if you don't know, is I end stream and then I go to sleep and then I come back after I wake up. Their thongs are called something else completely. I see. So yes, my time has come. So I'm just gonna end stream. So if you want to come back later to watch the actual Kingdom Hearts stream, feel free to. This is just me talking, but you know, it's a requirement, an hour of talking by Hase Utahara every time he does a stream. Because I do it every time. Can you tell how tired I am? Well, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, so I'll see y'all when I see you again, alright? Sees Cooper. It was good talking.